Hey everyone, it's Sunday night and time for a Parachat. So let me know you're here by commenting. Get started here in just a few minutes. Excuse me. Hey sis. Hey mom. It's like the motorcyclers out running around tonight. Okay, looks like let me turn that down. Looks like the notifications are starting to go out. So we'll get started here in just a few minutes. Yeah, you all have been active over there. We were active over here. What was it? Thursday and Friday nights. Flashlight went so bright that it lit the whole room up. That's always fun to see. So I've been trying to do some, research on this John fella, John Pate. So I'll get into that here in just a little bit. So we'll get some more people in here. We'll get this thing really going. So I really don't. Only thing I have on right now is the big REM pod. The rest of the stuff I got turned off for the time being. I've used the SB11 and kind of get the spirits moving a little bit, see what might happen. But maybe that's helped. It seems to help when I do that before we go live. Hey KJ, how are you? Glad you're here. So I think the notifications are going. Actually, mine just popped up for the notification. So sometimes these things take a while. Let's see. Where is? Oh, I lost my water there for a minute. Yours just now did. We're doing good here, KJ. I'm so glad you're here. I know that it seems like my StreamYard chat's actually working, but the one online's not for some reason. Let's see if I can get it to work. Yeah, there it goes. Just sometimes it takes a while for those notifications and stuff. And then the chat was messing up on the YouTube instead of the StreamYard, which is usually the other way around. But anyway. So I got the story. Hang on a minute. Of John Pate. And he was the one that last week when we were doing the investigation, let me get there we go. So he was the one when we were doing the investigation last week, we think came through the spirit talker. And everybody was getting different things like, John and Joan and Cave and things like that would kind of lean us toward that being John Pate. So I want to read you some of the story about him here in just a second. Hey Jan, how are you? Glad you're here. Um, so and then that story leads into to even more stories about the same area that the murder happened. So let me get okay. So John Pate murdered Joan Crowder. Now there was a couple of different stories. One was one story I didn't even know. It didn't even really tell why he killed her. There was one story that stated that he may have wanted to have had an affair with her. The thing is, John's wife is Texana. That's her name. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. And she, her cousin is Joan. I mean, it's very hard to keep up with. Anyway, so he follows her and follows Joan down this area of Forks of Ivy in Madison County, where it says near Yancey County and Madison County area. And anyway, he's following her. He goes about 3 or 4 different houses, finally finds her, and shoots and kills her. Afterwards, he runs into Tennessee, which is just west from the mountains here, and ends up hiding in a cave for like maybe 6 or 8 months. And that's good, Jan. I'm sorry, the chat's to the left of me, and I'm trying to look at the camera too. But anyway, he hides. They finally find him when they realize his wife is disappearing for long periods of time. So 2 guys go and follow her. They end up going to a cave, and one guy kind of gets kind of funny right here because one of the guys tells the other one, "Hey, why don't we just storm and go on in there and take him and bring him back out?" And the other guy said, "No, it may be too dangerous. I do have a stick of dynamite we can throw in there." It's at that point when John says, "Whoa, hello, I'm in here. I'm coming out." So they get him. They take him back to North Carolina, back into Madison County. He then goes to jail, ends up breaking out of jail with about 7 or 8 other people, and then gets recaptured again because he went back to that close to that same area again in Tennessee. So they found him again. Anyway, he ends up dying later on, 1948, I think. But anyway, I did find where he's buried, him and his wife. Now, here's where it's going to get a little crazy. I went there Saturday, and there's a church, and you have a cemetery that's directly in front of the church, which is more or less a kind of a modern, more newer style cemetery part. And then the back of the church is where the old part of the cemetery is. So I started in the new part of the cemetery, looking around for him. And like most cemeteries, I can feel things, like, sadness and all that stuff, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's not until I get into the older style part of the cemetery that I start feeling like this is different. I walk into there's a fence. So I walked into the fence area, and it's like I'm just in a totally different atmosphere. They're just nothing. It's like being in a different world. It was like very strange. And anyway, and I'm sure KJ can probably, I'm sure she's had feelings like that too. Hey, Jenny, how are you? But it was like being in a different atmosphere. And I don't know how to explain it exactly. But when I left and got out of there, like everything was normal again. But anyway, I'll get some water. That was that part. So I did find where he's at. I didn't have a chance to investigate, but I will try to, maybe at the end of this coming week. I may try to go out there and do that. But now I don't really know where Joan is buried. Possibly in a family cemetery, but nobody's really confirmed that. And unless my sister has found something else about where she may be buried. I couldn't find anything. Let me get into the chat just a second. Yes, Jenny, glad to have you here. Glad to have everybody here tonight. Oh, um, well, that cemetery, I didn't actually find his headstone, although I did see the picture of it on the what is it, cemeteries app that we got. But I know it's in there. I didn't really have time to go looking through every headstone, but I know where it was at, or know that he was buried in that area, and you could feel it was just strange. I'm going to actually take. I keep a flashlight in here. I bought one recently to take with me on investigations, so I can keep this one in the shed. But I'm going to try to use that along with like spirit talk and other stuff too. No, I didn't really feel like I was getting pulled down, KJ. It just kind of felt like a different world. It was like uh I don't know how to explain it exactly. It was just it's like I left and this atmosphere and hopped into another atmosphere, and you could tell there were all kinds of feelings in there. I could feel sadness, happiness. Most of it was sad, depression, and type stuff like that, mostly. And it just felt so weird. When I go back, I want to try to see if I can figure out what that feeling is. I didn't have time to really uh, compute that. I guess you can say. I don't know, but it was totally different. Thank you, Jenny. Um, but now when I got to reading about John killing Joan, kind of find out there's been a total of, I think, probably around 5 or 6 murders in that one area. He spent 30 years in prison and applied for a pardon, but he needed to be denied. That's for sure. Yeah, it was different, KJ. It's like a whole different atmosphere. And most of the time when I go into cemeteries, I can feel things, but it's like I feel like I'm still here. That's the first time I ever felt like I was somewhere else. Um, Kind of like a parallel universe. That's a good way to probably put it. Um, just something different. And so there was, and like I said, in the same area. I like to know where this area is at. May have to go to an historian to find out where this place was exactly that the murders happened. Because when I went in there and found the story of Pate killing John, it says later on, it said this happened in the site of where Thomas, I think you pronounce it Kirsten, shot and killed his daughter last fall. And of course, this is 1904, by the way. I meant to mention that. So he killed his daughter last fall, and close to where Norman Rice shot Polly Blackwell and her baby a few months ago. But I never could find that story besides what's in this newspaper. So I don't know if Polly was she carrying the baby in her womb, or did she, was it like a newborn? I really don't know, and I don't know the story behind that and why yet. I've been trying to do some research. But if we can ever find where this area is at, I know it's going to be riddled with paranormal stuff. I mean, it's going to be the what is it called? The spirits are going to be active there. I guess what you could say. But Thomas Kirsten, there is a story about that. Apparently, his daughter married somebody he didn't approve of, and I think if I read the story correctly, he had 2 other daughters that married into that same family. And he went in and he finally, after his daughter and her husband came back from Tennessee after being married, um, finally talked him into meeting up. And she knew she didn't really want to because she knew he was really upset. And anyway, so he finally talked him into it. He ends up shooting and killing her. He has a scuffle with his son-in-law and the brothers, or his brothers, the son-in-law and brothers, and he ends up getting shot and killed. So Thomas dies. Pretty much shot himself during the scuffle, is what the report was. And that's all I got out of that story. But I thought it was interesting how we had one story from a murder that we may have come across here in the shed that's opened up other murders in the same spot. And so as soon as I can maybe find out where this place is, I guarantee you I'm going to probably get some major paranormal activity if I'm able to do that. I mean, it could be a place now where houses are at, and it's like you probably won't be able to investigate. But if it's still an open wooded area or something, I may try to investigate that. I would love to. Yeah, he was a jerk. All of them was a jerk. Hey, Kelsey. Um, like I say, I'm sorry I'm missing chat. Oh, my drink's up here, but I'm going back and forth. But yay, KJ, 300 subs. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. Love helping one another out. So that was pretty much the story of what was going on there. Let me clear out thing back up. It just my phone goes blank pretty quickly. Is it covered brush? Well, if we can find a place exactly where that's ever close to it, I guarantee you we can bring the spirits to us. If they want to speak, they'll speak. If Joan or one of the victims want to speak, they will speak, or at least they can try. I'm hoping. So this is kind of what I'm doing with the channel now. Marnie and my sister, they're real good doing research and finding things. So I'm kind of taking the channel in this new direction. I mean, we have investigated like Helen's Bridge and Riverside Cemetery and the Haunted Picnic area and places like that. And I definitely will continue to go back because I know it's like endless investigations I need to do. But I'm trying to do investigations of things that people don't know. I think we kind of as investigators, we get kind of complacent with places that we know or people we may know that are, that haunts places or whatever. And we kind of stick with that. And we don't know about other places. And maybe things haven't been investigated. My thing is, it's not that I'm going to investigate because I want to get something that's paranormal. I want to see if I can bring closure to some spirit and maybe get them to the other side, to see the light or whatever. If that's the case, if I do come in contact, let's say with Joan, maybe she's not passed over or something. Maybe I can help her with that. But I can bring these stories to light and people can have some awareness of what's going on. So that's what we're going to try to do. And that story of Polly Blackwell and her baby dying, that's really sad. I mean, that's just a sad story. Although I don't know the whole story, just a little bit I read here, but that's still sad. It's kind of like Dewey Rice. He was a little 9 or 11 years old. The age is a little confusing between the newspapers and everything, but he was shot and killed. Back 1917, had his whole life ahead of him and taken from him. So I'm doing some investigations with him. Actually, I went to his headstone a couple weeks ago, and I put a fidget spinner on there, just a little toy for him to have if he wanted to play, if he's there. But and I want to take back a little Matchbox Hot Wheels car or whatever, and put it there too. Just I'm going to kind of take Dewey in as a he didn't have flowers or anything, so maybe a little toys or something to remember him by. So that's what I want to do. It was called California Creek. Oh, okay. I did see California Creek, which I thought was kind of odd since, you gotta get. Yeah, I want to be at 1,000 subscribers. I love to be at 1,000 subscribers before her 4-year anniversary rolls around at the end of July. Yeah, that is sad, isn't it, Jenny? I mean, it's like I said with Dewey. I'm just taking some toys to his gravesite, and it's just a sad little story. I mean, I'm a father of 4, so thank God all my kids are grown and healthy and everything. And but that it pulled at my heartstrings. That's for sure. Yeah, it does me too, KJ. I don't like that at all. It's very sad. But I will definitely get uh that- some research done and figure out some things hopefully. And um maybe we can get some people to the other side if that's the case. So okay. So excuse me. So here's what I'm gonna be doing. I ran a poll on Twitter. I'm really getting dry mouth in here tonight. So I ran a poll on Twitter to ask what day might be the best to do a paranormal podcast here on YouTube on our channel, the Crossroads channel, and just have guests up and we'll talk paranormal, kind of stick on the paranormal subjects, where the guests can talk about their experiences and things like maybe their favorite places or whatever to investigate and give advice to people who may be new. So I'm going to be. So the poll was ran and Friday got it. So um, looks like Friday nights will be the podcast night, and I'm going to start start sending out some invites to people who might want to come up on the chat. So it'd be like probably about the same time, 9:30. Let me get back to the chat just a second. Yeah, mom said y'all went over there, sis. Jenny, which story? Um, what happened? There's like now with Dewey, if that's what you're talking about, Jenny, he got shot and killed. We could, yeah, we could adopt him. Yeah, Dewey was a little boy, and there's some mills down at the river where there's the shell of them now. It's just like an artsy place now where t-shirts and things like that are done. But it used to be a textile factory back in the day. And apparently he was in there running around and they heard gunshots. So him and his buddy went running out to see, hey, who's shooting a gun? What's going on? And he got shot. And the thing with Dewey is no one was ever brought to justice. They had suspects ranging from young teenagers or preteen to adults. They had 2 adults that were looking for bears, hunting bears, and then they had a couple youngsters about Dewey's age or so, a little older, and they were shooting a gun that the bullet was a 22 caliber. So they had a 22 caliber rifle, but no one was ever brought to justice because it was kind of like no witnesses, so they couldn't bring anybody to justice on that. But yeah, it's heartbreaking. Maury's doing good, Jan. I don't know if she's in the chat or not, but she's doing good. I will definitely say hi. Yeah, shooting ducks. Yeah, there was some ducks too being shot. Maybe that's what the kids were doing. And I think there was some. I read somewhere about a bear hunting or something. I don't know. It's how newspapers back in the day were just a little complicated because stores would get mixed up and they just print whatever. Now they're a little more to the point and make sure they got all their facts right. Back in the day, it just whatever. Yeah, there's Marnie. Um, yeah, it was sad. It was so sad. Um, I don't know. I hate that. I really do. All right, guys. So I'm working with this microphone, so maybe it's a little better. I've noticed that when I go back and listen and kind of watch and things on the live stream, there seems to be a little bit of an echo. So maybe this will help. May not hear the voices that you may have heard before because this might drown that out. I don't know. But I think Sis and some others have said that they hear less of it now anyway. So Um, yeah, he was about 3 different ways that he died. But the thing was, the one thing that's consistent though, um, they never brought anybody to justice. Nobody had to pay for that. And maybe through the investigation, one day, maybe we can find out who did. Maybe a spirit can. Maybe Dewey he might know. He may not, but maybe a confession will come out about who killed Dewey, and we'll find out who that is. That'd be good. At least can bring. Sometimes spirits are not at rest because somebody had killed them and was never brought to justice. So sometimes that helps uh, a spirit move on, or at least if they don't move on, they have comfort and are not as apprehensive. So, um, yeah, they're going to pay in hell for that, I'm sure, unless they've asked for forgiveness. Which back then, I mean, they probably didn't care. I mean, it's sad. It really is. But I definitely wanted to cover that tonight for sure. To let you all know the story of John. I mean, I don't know who we're going to, if anybody, contact tonight, but um, and then all those other stories, and then it's just everything was sad. Yeah, I would love to know. I definitely would love to know. And there was a story that my friend Matt Matan told when I did his radio show a few years ago, and him and his buddies went and investigated the Grove Park Inn, and Grove Park Inn is one of the historical hotel, or hotels around here. It's been around a long time. And there's a story of there's several different stories of uh, spirits. I mean, there was people who were working on the inn trying to build it, and they died. They pretty much just buried them there. They're just buried over. I mean, built over top of their bodies. And then there was a lady known as the Pink Lady that fell to her death. And how he tells it is they were doing an investigation. Actually, he said they were kind of doing like a Scooby Doo investigation. They were just going there thinking, hey, we might find something, we may not. Hey, let's go check this out. What the heck? And didn't really think they were going to catch anything at all. And they caught different sounds and stuff. But they did catch a picture of a man that was in a hallway, and it was a transparent picture, but you can make the face out and everything. And she was so the Pink Lady was pushed over a railing on, I think it's some say it's a fourth floor, some say it's a third story floor, but anyway, she fell to her death. And so anyway, they found this picture of this apparition that was in this picture, and they couldn't figure it out, didn't know who it was, whatever. And lo and behold, Matt had the picture, just kind of look at it and study, and he said, oh, that looks familiar. So he went back to looking at all the guests that had been there before. Excuse me. And anyway, and he came across F. Scott Fitzgerald. And lo and behold, both the apparition and his picture in that book were very, very similar. And there was a psychic that was there with him doing an investigation that night. And she was contacting the Pink Lady, trying to just talk to her. Well, she woke up in the middle of a sleep by the Pink Lady telling her they found him. They know who did it. They know who killed me. And apparently it was F. Scott Fitzgerald, according to what the psychic was telling them. And anyway, of course, that story was, they tried to publish it, and every time they would try to print it, it would break about that time. The paper machines would turn off or shut down or whatever about the time that started printing out. So he finally got it printed out, and it went out to like these small little local newspapers. But the Grove Park Inn said they wanted nothing to do with it. They don't want no publicity. The Fitzgerald family said no, they don't want publicity on that. And anyway, but maybe it gave her closure. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, hopefully that can bring other spirits closure as well. Yeah, I was way too young. But now we were doing an investigation on Halloween about 3 years ago, and at the site of where F. Scott's wife Zelda died. She died in a fire in a what was known as like a mental institution. And now he had died before she did, but I did ask the question because it was something I felt like I needed to. And I said, Zelda, did F. Scott have you murdered? I think's how I put it. It was, or kill you or something like that. Anyway, she said yes. And so what happened was a nurse, they say, two stories again. A nurse, either a nurse set it on fire or a fire started in the kitchen by a cook. Two stories. But my thought process is, if that was Zelda and she said that F. Scott had killed her, even though he's already dead, what makes what makes sense is he could have possessed that nurse to set that place on fire, possibly. I'm kind of leaving it at that, but I don't know. That was a wild night investigating, that's for sure. All right, I think I'm caught up on the chat. So, y'all ready to investigate the dolls and all that? Let me turn this camera off. It's going to be a lot of movement. And get things turned on. Let me see where we're at. Okay, that can get everything. Yep, that can get everything. Okay. All right, let me get everything turned on, guys. Now you'll hear me making noises with these things. Okay. All right. Okay, I think I got it all set right now. All right. Whoop. Here we go. She shouts. Wow. First word. Okay, so I dimmed the light so we can see things a little better. Let me get my spirit talker going. If you hadn't seen this, let me show you the app. I showed it last week, but I was watching. Marnie has sent me a video of a couple of guys known as Twin Paranormal and twin brothers and their friends who do paranormal, and they were using this. And let me get it loaded. Okay, this is it. Spirit talker. It kind of looks like a coffin. And then, but if you're going to use it, let me suggest that when you get all the words and you're like maybe finishing an investigation, go to your folder and save it because it will not save otherwise. It's not like the ghost tool where the words save continuously until you delete them. This one does not. But I'm still working with it, using it, and I've used it at Helen's Bridge on an investigation there. And so, like I say, save it in your files, in your folder, when you get those words or you'll lose them. I got mine turned on. Spirits, can you tell me who's speaking with me tonight? If there's anyone, Jim falls, she shouts. Frustration. Okay. Yeah, don't close the app until you click that folder. I'm sure Sissy's found that out too. I learned the hard way on that one. But it will speak out loud. It's kind of like the ghost tube. You can hear it. Playing. Yes, you can play with the lights and all that up there, spirits, if you like. Emotional. Whoa. Thank you, spirits. Playing and I died. Got emotional and then everything started kicking up there. Thank you, spirits. K2's hitting good. Effort. Yep, you're giving a good effort, spirits. Thank you. Now, one thing I have said about the bear, if you missed the live streams, the bear on the very top, I believe, has its own spirit attachment, and it seems to be pretty friendly. No big deal. It will sometimes make the flashlight go off at night, whatever. It loves that REM pod up there. It's been making it go off a lot, and the K2's hitting again. You got effort too, encounter. But you can use whatever you want to use tonight to investigate with. Evelyn. K2's hit. Evelyn, can you tell me something about you? Negative. Wow, exact same time effort came through. Wow. Sandra. We have a cousin named Sandra. Car. Hear a plane going overhead. Okay, Jenny, good night. Thank you for being here. Okay, so my last word is Evelyn. Neither? K2 still flashing some. What do you mean by neither? K2's been pretty steady. Can the spirit in the bear light the red light antenna up, please? Lisa? Get that name sometimes. Liam? A lot of names coming through tonight. Spirits, if I say your name, touch that red light up on the top next to the bear. That way I'll know that's you. Use that to light up. The bigger REM pods sometimes will go off too, but it's kind of like Robert. Burden? But it's like Robert pretty much controls that. Arthur? Wrong? Okay. So, spirits, you're not a burden. If that's what you're thinking, you're doing good. Just continue to do what you're doing. Agree? Keep going. Maybe it means asking names. Okay, I'll keep asking names. Maybe I'll ask. Okay, let me just do it this way. Joan, are you in here tonight? Can you light that red light up? It's us. Don't know who us is. That's a lot of names coming through. That means all of them, or Okay, John Page, if you're in here, will you light something up? Light that red light up top.
Young.
Young. It's not like it said young, but it said it's young. Y-O-U-N-G is what came through. Age. So mom got age and I got young. So you're a young person? I'm upset. Okay. He scares me. Who scares you? Oh, it's lighting up. Thank you for doing that. Wow.
Taste.
Taste. Oh, thank you, KJ, for being here. Appreciate that. Have a good night. Be safe. That K2 is just going crazy. Thank you for touching the K2 or EMF, whatever we want to call it. May have to call it different names for spirits. They don't
Scares people.
scares. He scares people. Okay, so apparently we got a spirit that says he scares me. That mom got, now I've got. He scares people. Who scares people? Tell me who it is. Speak his name in this device. Innocent and lad. Lad's another name for a young kid.
Lillian.
Lillian? Good night, KJ. Well, got the name Lillian, but I don't think that's who the he is that I am guilty. So can you tell me who you are, the young person, so I'll know who I'm speaking with, please?
Join us.
Join us. No, I can't join you. I won't do that. Knock. I'd like to know who's scaring people. Darkness. Who is scaring someone? Grandfather?
Terrified.
Terrified. Okay. Who is terrifying you? Who's making you scared? I understand you're scared, but can you tell me who's doing this? Can you tell me their name? Home.
I'm really here.
I'm really here. Oh yes, I forgot about that, Marnie. Um. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this thing running just in case. Okay, so Thursday night, um, after the live stream, we got what we felt like was John Pate. Um, now I hadn't opened up the picture that my sister has sent me. She sent me the article about it, and he had his picture. And I've showed it on Twitter. Um, and but at the time, I didn't know what he looked like. Hadn't opened everything up yet. So as we were going to sleep, Marnie was speaking in her sleep. So I was almost going to sleep. Then I heard Marnie start talking, and she said that I don't trust him. And I said, I got him, and the word him came through. She said, I don't trust him. I said, who? And she said the man with the mustache and the yellow shirt. And then after that, she went on to sleep, and that was it. When I opened up the picture and saw John Pate, he had a mustache. Of course, he had like a suit on. I don't know if she was seeing him and her sleeping or not, but that's a possibility that he may have tried to encounter her while she was sleeping.
Francis.
Francis? Is Francis scaring everybody? Is that who it is? Could be a female too. He kept saying he scares me. Are you talking about John Pate scaring you? Is that who you're talking about? Just out of curiosity. And honestly, I wouldn't know how he got here. Because I've never visited his cemetery or the place that, look at that thing light up, or the place where he shot and killed people. I mean, I don't know how he could have, look at that thing go crazy.
Harriet.
Harriet. Getting a lot of names. I think we've got more names tonight than we did the entire time on Thursday. Meat. So if he has attached himself and got, unless he came through the portal somehow. I'm under a firm belief that spirits can travel through portals and kind of just pop in and out of places.
I'm happy.
I'm happy. Who's happy? A while ago, everybody was scared to death. So I don't know. Now she's coming. We got that the other night too. Never figured out who the woman was either. Not completely. It was different, morning. I mean, for her to be able to describe the guy, I mean, obviously she's asleep and talking in her sleep. But for her to be able to tell me what he looked like before Jordan, before I even knew or even saw that picture was really strange. Because I looked at it the next morning, I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I wonder if that's who she saw." And she said it kind of looked like him. So, K2's lighting up again. Will the spirit attached to that bear up there light that red light up too? Let me know you're still here. Busy? Yeah, it may not have been, but you described what may have looked like him.
Amelia.
Amelia. God, we're getting all these names. Yeah, Marty wasn't listening to much of the live stream. Well, and then we didn't really know what he looked like anyway. So, and she said he was at our window. And I think, didn't you say he was like asking for dog food or something? I don't remember what it was exactly. Got a lot of names coming through. Video. Retaliate. Scared. 1700s. That's going way back. Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, that's going way back. That's odd. Oh.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. I'm not. Over here. Can you light that box up beside Robert? Robert, or either a spirit or Robert the doll. 15.
Picture.
Picture. Who is speaking? I'm Troy. It said picture. Now that picture frame's always behind that truck down at the bottom. Are you attached to that picture frame? Does that picture frame mean something to you? This is me moving around. Fatal.
Gladys.
Gladys. Excuse me. Who is Gladys? Honest.
Uncle.
Uncle. Who's your uncle? Can you tell me your uncle's name?
C.
C. That's SEA. Go right. Thank you, spirits. Can you do that again? I believe that was one down next to Robert. That one's up top. It's like both of them are going off now. Thank you.
Orb.
Orb. Crown and military.
Camera.
Camera. Are you trying to walk in front of that camera? I got two of them in here. Yeah. You can walk in front of that camera. Should be able to see you if you do. Channel. Injury. Did you get injured in the military? Sometimes the military comes up as Ryan. Ryan is somebody I believe that may have followed me home sometime back from Newton Academy Cemetery. Kid. And I believe he's kind of young. So, not saying because it said kid. I'm just, in general, think he's, early 20s or something. Or something tapping. Deep.
Brother.
Brother. Who's brother? Who's your brother? Oh Lord, notification just started going in from Marty. I'm sure there was other people that's not been getting them either. It was a slow go for some reason. I don't know why. Collapse. 1700s again. Did you live in the 1700s? If so, will you light something up, please? Hunter? Possibly a hunter.
It's us.
It's us. Okay, I want to save these words. And I want to jump over into the Necrophonic app for a little bit. And if something goes off, I'll miss it, I'm sure, because I'm writing down. What is today? The 6th. Okay. So let me jump over into the Necrophonic app for a little bit, see what may show up from there. Ooh, that was louder than I thought it was going to be. You should be able to hear us pretty good now because I got it directly underneath the microphone. Witchcraft. They have to meet me. Spirits, light something up for me. Hey. I think that said bull, and we'll kind of leave it at that. I think it said validation. Yes. Powerful. Gentleman. That's me moving around. Let me try to put the red light on them. Let me turn this other one off. Okay. Turn everything off. Is that what it said? No, I'm leaving it on. Powerful. Turn on that red light up there. Make that thing flash. Wow. Fun. Say fun again. Dad. I think it said me. No evil. Whoa! Well, that thing's really lighting up big time. Okay. Dart. Burp. Door. Leave it and please. Heard dad again. K2's going off again. Who is your dad? I mean, you said dad a couple times. What's his name? K2's going crazy right now. Everything started going big time when I turned that red light on. Dress and child. Okay, we got young and child and things like that. Can you tell me your name? Mistake. Well, that's good, Tony. It's good to get the negative stuff out. Thanks for being here. That mistake. Can you tell me your name? The young person, can you tell me your name? Scribe. I don't know what that was. It's quiet. It's burned. Impose. Here. I think it said team. I think. Thank you for lighting that up. Dewey, are you in here with me? If you're in here with me, Dewey, can you light something up? I don't know if that's a young person or not. It said me. Oh, lit up. Wow, went all the way to red. Fair. Hannah. Dewey, can you touch the red light up top of the bear and light that up? Is that something you can do? I think it said yeah. Night. We're still here. Things going crazy. Thank you for doing that. Tonight. Can you try real hard to touch the antenna on top shelf there and make it light up, please? A lot of energy going into the K2. Whoa, thank you. That's the most I've seen light up to red in a while. Maybe thinks I mean the red light on that K2. You can also touch the antenna on the stool where the doll's at. It will make a noise and light up, but will not hurt you. What? That could be Thomas. I'm angry. Who's angry? K2 is really going crazy. Jenny. It's them. Who's them? Yeah, it kind of does sound like singing. Excuse me. Bite. Don't bite anyone. Again, can you light that red light up top up with the bear? Hello? Run. Wish. It tickles? Is that what? Does it tickle when you touch those green lights and red lights? It said, "What's up?" Take photo. Well, I'm taking pictures right now. Listening. I'm listening. I'm trying to hear you. Sarah. Oh, lighting up again. Thank you. Damn. Thank you, spirits. K2 is going crazy. So, like earlier, the way it was sounding is like both REM pods are going off, and kind of like they did. It was a couple like last Sunday, I believe, when they were using the REM pod as kind of a way to communicate, but nothing was lighting up. Respect. Evelyn and Likely. Can someone touch the flashlight on top of the truck and light it up? Y'all been doing that overnight, but you won't do it during the time I'm in here. I know. Come. No, I won't stay here. See me? I'm trying to, but I'm not really able to. Walk in front of that camera, I might be able to. The camera's right here to my right, where my hand's at. If you'll walk in front where the dolls are at, may be able to see you on camera. Roman. Car. Got car earlier. Yeah, Evelyn 2 times. That's been interesting. Don't know who Evelyn is. Evelyn, are you trying to walk in front of the camera? Nigel? That's what it sounded like. Is? I think it said blank. Yeah, that's true about the Hot Wheels, yeah. Daughter. Said what? You talking about the Matchbox card? You want me to bring a car next time I go to your gravesite, Dewey? Bet you it's in here. If you want me to bring a card to your headstone, will you light something up? I said, yeah. Sound like a kid. Picture, her picture. Is that right? Philip, Navy, and Holy. Did get military earlier. Gone. Ryan, if that's you in here still, And you're talking about military. Were you in the Navy? That thing's lighting up big time. A lot of times I know it's him because it's the REM pod up top will go off. He could be trying to come through that right there on the K2. Dublin Street or road. I did not know. Oh, that's right. I did know that. Wow, spirits. Thank you. Oh. That might be Ryan. Ryan, are you confirming you were in the Navy? Touch that antenna up there. Get up your energy to do that. Oh, thing was great. Thank you. So the thing about Newton Academy, it's not just a Civil War; it also has a Revolutionary War, and I don't remember what else exactly. Horses. Oh, sorry about that. K2's going crazy right now. I think it said gone. Can you? Oh, it's lighting the K2 up again though. I think it said ground. Ground or pound? I couldn't really make that out. They said pop. Got. Blanche and Wright. C. I'm not sure exactly when the Navy was established. I forgot. I used to know this. That's me moving. I say June. Did I say my name is Caitlin? I have to go back and listen. That was weird. That's my oldest daughter's name. Minnie. Tom. They said Pete. I think it said Hush here. Whoa. It was founded in 1794. Is when the Navy was founded. Cecilia, you heard her name come through? Ryan, we've heard young and kid and stuff come here. Can you confirm that there's a young person in here by touching your antenna, Ryan? Please. Witchcraft, that's the second time that's come through. End. Wow, that's weird. I don't know what all was coming through there. Dad? That said mad. Wait. Okay, I want to come off the necrophonic app for a little bit because it's kind of starting to get to me. I want to do the ghost tool. I hadn't done that in a while. Just to see what might come through there. And guess who Evelyn married? Oh, okay, Mark. I'm not sure. Fred Seeley. I've got Carl. Yes, that name is familiar. Why is that name familiar to me? Seeley's Castle. That's why it rings a bell. That's right. I forgot about that. I got number 5. There are 5 spirits in here? Seeley's Castle. That's right. Relatable. So I'm using the ghost tool now, by the way. And all of a sudden I'm getting words like real quickly. Contact. Small. Well, yeah, it is. Flow. Yeah, it was. I'll ask again. Ryan, can you light your red light box up? Touch that antenna if you would. If there's someone young in here. Atmosphere. Got wife. Oh, wow. Suffer. Like the energy has just dropped. I'm not even feeling what I was feeling a while ago. I know the necrophonics can kind of, keep spirits moving, and it's like a good energy source, I guess. But it was kind of getting to me, so. But I've gotten quite a few words come through the ghost tool in the last few moments, and it's kind of slowed down too. Flow is the last word I got. Spirits, are you still in here? If so, will you light something up? Or a tap, like above my head. I got Buddha. It's someone else. Who's someone else? Someone. Like, it's someone else. Who is it? Someone. Spirits just love to play, don't they? Crazy stuff. I think the spirits have gone night night. Children spirits. I mean, all of a sudden we're not really getting anything. Over. Good. Spirits, are you done? Got clock. Man, it means bedtime. I don't know. Not really getting anything else. I got clock, and it's kind of dropped back down doing nothing. K2's not hitting. The REM pod's not hitting. Either they're out of energy or they're done. I think mine's fixing to change. We'll see. Nope. It got real red, then dropped back down to nothing. The house. Whose house are you talking about? Cross, disagree, blood. Buy. I got the word buy. You gone, spirits? Jordan. We got that earlier, I believe. Absolutely. Okay, spirits, I'll give you one more chance to light something up or I got to leave. You're not going to speak with me. Anxiety. Okay. Well, since the spirits seem to be kind of, I'll go ahead and turn my stuff off. Let me get, hang on just a second. Let me get this fixed real quick. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Get the light back on. Oh, we live close. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we go. All right. So, I think the spirits are done because they're still not doing anything. Man, that was a lot of energy at one time. I mean, at one point in time, we had all three things going off. The strange thing is the flashlight is not doing anything during the live streams now. But a lot of time at night, it'll go and it'll flash and light this whole place up. Building. But anyway, I think they're done. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. But I want to try to get the paranormal panel chat going this Friday. I want to throw some invites out and see if somebody might be able to come up. It might be a little short notice, but maybe not. But other than that, I'm going to try to do some investigating this week, see where we can go. I think that's about it, guys. So, spirits, stay where you're at. Do not follow anyone. Do not harm anyone. Do not attach yourself to anyone. Lord Jesus, this time, keep us safe and protected from all harm and evil. Amen. All right, guys. So I guess that's it. Went ahead and shut it down. And thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. I love y'all. Good night.